It's the next day in the afternoon, and was it this morning? No, it was yesterday. The new garden beds came in, the metal ones. But I was going to do this morning, but got busy. So here we go. I've already partially built these. I just got to finish bolting them together, and this side of the garden will be done. So I'm gonna get them together and show you the results after of what this is gonna look like in this part of the garden. So it shouldn't take too long. And there we go. That's as good as I'm gonna get it for its spots. There we go. Having that one there, that one there. I would like these two to be probably a little bit more this way and a little bit spaced out, but there's not much room left. I could bring this way a bit more, but that's as good as this is gonna get. The square one might get moved over a little bit. I don't know. It's pretty good at the moment. It's as good as you can get it. Because I think having tilted this way, one will be here, the one will be here, but currently the tree stump is still in the way. That's right there. That's a mulberry. Once that's out, I may be able to have these go this way instead. But yeah, once it's gone, I might be able to have them this way. But at the moment, this way works. Also, it just breaks up the shape, but I think I'd rather have them this way. But it's just that stump's in the way. But that works for now. It's doable. And I think it's tomorrow morning we're calling for rain, actually a decent amount. So these bins are pretty much empty. My rain barrel is empty, so I'm going to set them up around the rain barrel to try to catch the rain, because the downspout up, like all the way up there, it's clogged, so rainwater actually spills over. So I'm hoping it spilling over will fill those up. So I gotta get them. If that's why we got the tarp here, because it just pounds the ground here. So have the bins there to catch it. That'll be good. But that's all. So that's the end of that project. The ground, it's all cleared out, clean. These middle ones are built. Just haven't decided if I'm gonna have these ones this way or have them this way. But I'm hoping I can get that stump out before the end of the year. So if I can get that out, then I can decide which way I'm gonna put these guys. But it's nice and cleaned up, and it makes me feel much better that that project is done, and that the last thing is, I got some dirt on my nose. Yeah, there we go. And now it's just the alcove is to finish, because the 3x8 bed for my garlic is done. 3x3 is done, but I just got to secure it to the ground. Like, I need to remove the grass, the weeds, flatten the ground a bit so it can sit level. And I do have another square 2x4, like the two new round ones I got, but it's more square. It's gonna go in there beside the 3x3, and I think that'll be it for this year. Besides, because I still want to do that 2x10 along the fence. Yeah, the 2x10 that I want to put along this fence, I still want to do that, but that's going to be like the last thing I do. Either I'll try to get it done before the end of the season, or it's going to be done right in the beginning of spring, because it was going to hold asparagus, but that's going to hold asparagus now. And that the 2x10 is actually, I'm considering cucumbers in it. Yeah, so let's go over here. Past. But yeah, because I got this cleared out. It's good and level. That needs to be cleared out of weeds and grass. Make it level because it's slanting that downwards that way. Clean that up, and then the square 2x4 metal one's gonna go right here, and then that will be it for this year for garden beds. So yeah, like, get a lot done this year. Like, oh, I'm almost done for what I want to get done this year. I'm actually doing extra with these metal beds I'm getting. It's extra. But the wooden ones, the last wooden ones, that 2x10 along the fence, that's the last one. And then it'll be done for this year. And then I promise you, next year, I plan to do more videos. I'm going to be, I'm going to have a lot more garden beds to grow a variety of different things now, besides the select few that I do. So I'm hoping to get a lot more variety. The corn here is doing good, but next year I'm going to do popcorn variety instead. This is peach and the cream. Do popcorn variety, and I'm going to have it grow with my beans over in that garden bed where the beans are currently. I'm going to have that half corn, half beans. And then this bed that the corn is in, haven't fully decided what was going to be in it. I think I was going to get some squash growing in it, like trailing butternut squash, maybe watermelon. But because with the raccoon issue of the raccoons living somewhere beyond that fence, they like melons, and I don't want to attract them too much. So either I'll keep the corn. Oh, I might have to do 2 beans. Like, where this corn is, I'll do my bush beans, because that's what I'm doing this year. That's what's in the bed currently is bush beans. I think this bed I'll do bush beans in, and then next year, when I do my corn, it'll be in that bed, but with maybe some pole beans. And then that'll be a good variety of beans. And that when I do my beans, I think I'll do dried beans for in this bed where the corn is currently. I think that would be a good choice. Because I never tried growing dried beans. Like, well, I've grown green beans. At the end of the season, and whatever's left, I let them dry out to get seeds to plant for next year. But dried beans, like your kidney beans, black-eyed peas, like any of those dried beans, I've never done before. So I'm actually considering making this bed as the bean bed, and then the following year I'll put corn in this bed again. So it's like dried beans, corn, dried beans, corn. So it's like getting that crop rotation in. And that the other bed will have, like, the corn will be in this year, the corn will go into that one next year, and it'll come back to this the year after. And that next year it'll be the popcorn in that bed, but have some beans in there. Or, and that when it's pole beans, it'll be my fresh green beans. But I might do some green beans in that bed like it is right now. But I'll probably put some green beans in other spots in the garden as well. Because I like my green beans. That's like my staple vegetable I like to grow. Some people it's broccoli, but I have yet to get brassica to grow. Like, I don't have any luck with brassica, so it's like, okay, I'm good with the green beans, I'll do that. Or I'll just steam them and freeze them, put them in freezer bags. And I still can't can because I need a pressure canner for beans. And yes, I don't really look at the camera very much, like the camera lens. I just look at my face in the photo because it's easier, and that's where I look at my face. But like, maybe over time I'll get better with that. Just looking at the camera, not my face. But yeah. Not really much for updates. It's besides getting this video done. Yeah. So that big project's done. Just two more left to build, which is the 2x10. No, the 2x10 and the metal square 2x4 is last beds to make for this year. And that, and I think that'll be good for the next few years. But part of me wants to get one more garden bed done in the alcove, a nice big one, because that's where I'm going to put my raspberries. Because I have a good sized raspberry bush at my parents', and I want to get that moved over here. So I want to get a good garden bed in that alcove for my raspberries to be put in. And that'll be probably the project. Yeah, that'll be the project next year, but that's only one garden bed I'm going to do next year. Where this year was the bulk of all the garden beds I wanted to get done. I might put some here beyond this corn bed, put some here where those potatoes are. But this area, like, I might put one right here, but I'm not too concerned of the stuff over there. It's mainly the main area where you got this, and then you got all this, and then the alcove. So I think next year, I'm not focusing what's over here by the fence line. I'm doing more what's in the alcove. And that, yeah, that'll be good, yeah. That next year, it'll be focusing the alcove, get the garden bed for the raspberries, and any other little garden beds. I want to get that cleaned up. That's the project for next year, is get the alcove cleaned up, remove all the weeds and whatnot, so I can get more garden beds done in there for the following year. But this year, almost done. Just 2 more beds to build, 2 more, metal and wood, and the third, and there's one more bed where it's not to build, it's to fix it, because it is built. It's that wooden 3x3. It's just leveling it to the ground. That's it. So yeah, that's done. I'm excited for my corn. Yeah, they're like, they're still small, so I might end up with just small cobs, but that's fine. It's been a dry season. We've been having droughts, but we're supposed to get rain tomorrow. I'm hoping, so I'm gonna get my buckets and whatnot all set up and ready for tomorrow. Yeah. Enough of me rambling. Garden beds are done, made, the metal ones, just one more to do. One other bed to make, and everything is good for this year, and I'm ready for next year. Not yet. Can't be ready until the garden nothing else is growing. I still got stuff to grow. I'm growing. Yeah. This video's gone long enough. Okay.